And Liz and Elaine, how are you guys today?
Very good, thank you.
Well, thanks so much for coming down. And Liz, let's talk about, you're the program director for Ability Plus.
Yes, I'm the only staff member. Everybody else that volunteers with Ability Plus, they volunteer all their time. We have a lot of dedicated volunteers as instructors as well as people just helping out with the program.
And let's give a quick overview of what is Ability Plus.
Ability Plus is an adaptive sports program. We have a primary focus with alpine skiing. We work with people with physical and cognitive disabilities. We have a lot of sit skiers as well as children with autism. We have the whole spectrum.
And that was interesting. We were talking about that before we came on. And that whole spectrum, I think that a lot of times people think it's just a disabled skier. But it's very interesting. And Elaine, that's how you got involved.
That is. Probably, we're in our 4th season now, and when our son was 8, or almost 8, he's on the autism spectrum, and so we were looking for some different things for him to participate in, and he's always been pretty good at sports and stuff, but my husband and I hadn't skied in probably 10 years or so, so we were looking for some instruction, and he's, you know, when he has instruction like that, he needs it to be somewhat specialized, and with the safety issues and stuff involved in skiing, we heard about this program, always loved the Mount Washington Valley area, so we figured we'd give it a try, and here we are 4 years later. Last spring we bought a condo up here, and pretty much we're here every weekend now. We're here in the summertime. I mean, we love the area anyway, but he has just taken to skiing so well through this program that he's top to bottom, double black diamonds in the woods. We did a little backcountry adventure on New Year's Day. So it's just been fantastic.
And it sounds like it's really kind of changed a lot of his entire life, not just skiing.
Well, it's really helped with, you know, one of the things with kids on the spectrum, and you know, all these kids present completely differently. You don't know where the strengths are and the deficits are from one to the next, because they really are all completely different. But one of the things that they all tend to need is a lot of like help and cueing and prompting in their everyday lives at school and things. So they're always looking to that adult to like kind of get a key of what they're supposed to do. And a lot of times what we found with Ryan is that even when he's right, if you don't immediately say, yeah, good job, he thinks he's wrong and he changes his answer. But what this has been able to do for him, because he's so good at it and he's taken to it so well, is enabled him to be the teacher and him to be the leader and to help other students that have different levels of impairment from him, or just different types of disabilities. So, you know, he might help a new student that's nervous, or help somebody get their boots on, or help get them outside, and, you know, work with another kid being a ski buddy, you know, at the end of a couple of runs, that kind of thing. So it's been great as far as just that aspect of, you know, not just about ski skill, but just a lot of these intrinsic things that, you know, even map reading, like, you know, one of the things, he's gotten so good at skiing that, you know, the staff is trying to figure out, okay, like, what else can we work on with him?
Well, that's terrific.
So then it's even just a matter of, okay, like, let's plan a route and let's figure out what trails we're going to hit and what lifts we have to do to get there, so that executive function planning kicks in instead of him just going with an instructor and taking a lift and skiing down. Right. You know?
Now, you just had a program yesterday, I understand.
We had our big ski-a-thon event up at Wildcat, so we take over the entire lodge. It's controlled chaos, I like to call it.
Yep.
We had hula skirts and lays on and some
Everybody knew who we were.
They knew we were there. And we just took over. We had silent auctions and raffles. We did very well, and the Valley is so great in supporting us, all the businesses. And we had a great time. We got beautiful weather.
Oh, absolutely.
That was unbelievable.
I think, did Wildcat order that weather for us?
I think they did.
Think so.
I planned that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about other elements of Ability Plus and what else you do. I mean, obviously you're there year-round. So I guess kind of give a bigger overview of some of the other things that you're involved with.
So our primary focus is the alpine skiing, and this year we've expanded a little bit into some snowshoeing. We're looking at doing some Nordic. We're starting to work with Jackson Biathlon to expand our Paralympic offerings. So they've got a certified range up there.
Yeah.
We've done a little cycling in the past, so we're really looking to expand our summer programming. We've got so much to do here in the Valley. So if we can make some of these typical family events more accessible to families with children or just family members with disabilities, that's what our real goal is. We're going to look to expand, add some kayaking and hiking and different activities.
Now, how can people get involved, either from a let's call it a needs-based or a volunteer-based, how can they get involved with Ability Plus?
I've got an office over at Attitash. That's where we're primarily based out of. They can contact by email or phone is great. And I'm always there. I'm the only staff member, so it may take me a little longer to get back to you, but I will get back to you.
So if you don't answer the phone.
If I don't answer the phone, certainly leave a voicemail, because hopefully I'm out on the hill skiing with some of our participants.
Now, do you have other events coming up? Anything that you got planned?
We've got a couple groups coming in. We're kind of winding down for the season with a busy vacation week,
Right.
but we're still offering lessons 7 days a week, both Attitash and Wildcat. And other mountains will call us in if they ever need assistance with different participants. But hopefully we'll be right into April.
And you have a website.
We do.
Which Hans was looking at earlier, so there's a lot of information on that. What is the website address?
It's www.abilityplus.org.
Well, that's pretty easy.
It is.
Even I could have looked that one up. Wow.
So there's lots of pictures and information on there. Ability Plus also has a program over at Mount Snow. So if people are over that direction, they can go over there, but we want to keep them all over here.
Now, are you looking for people who, instructors or anybody else who can help you out with the program?
We are always looking for volunteers, whether they're on snow volunteers or in the office, helping with events, any of that. We do a lot of training pre-season, starting the first weekend in November. We actually start training for the season because we cover so many disciplines.
Yeah.
That we try to provide as much support and information as we can so that we can put the best people out on the hill with the most information we can. And we do training throughout the season as well.
And that helps to match the instructors to the students as well.
That's a big part of the job, is to get the right personalities and the right knowledge base with the right people. We try to put newer instructors with veteran instructors so that you can share the knowledge and just learn different experiences. We learn so much with every lesson we provide because the population we work with is so different.
Yeah.
Even if somebody's diagnosed with autism, like Elaine said, everybody presents so different that you really just need to learn and observe other people, and we have a great time.
Now, do you have equipment that people can, someone who's coming into the program new, do you have equipment that people can use to try out or rent?
Absolutely.
Or whatever
I always encourage people to get in. So we have a lot of different sit equipment. If you guys ever see the mono skiers out
Yep.
there, that's the independent sit ski. We've got another sit ski that is a little more dependent on instructors, and it's for people with more severe mobility issues. So we
Yeah.
encourage everybody to get in there, because I always say it's great to have somebody be a beginner again. So mono skiing is tough, and if you get in a mono ski and you've never done it, and you go to the top of the magic carpet, even if you're a double black diamond skier, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
You're low to the ground, and it feels so much faster, and it's great. And we actually work with the blind a lot, or visually impaired.
Yeah.
So to have people squint their eyes so they reduce their vision, or even close their eyes on a magic carpet in a safe area, it's very surprising how intimidating that is. So for everybody to be a beginner again, it's so great because it puts a lot of perspective on it.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to get more information, they can go to the website, which is abilityplus.org. I remembered it. And then also definitely get in touch with you guys. Elaine, obviously you sound like you're one of the biggest boosters.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'll talk to anybody about it for hours. So.
We had a few participants last year that bought condos. Elaine's family was not the only one because of this program.
That's
Yes.
terrific.
It's been great for our family. Great.
It's terrific. And then, like you had mentioned before, the Mount Washington Valley has so many things to offer year-round, so it becomes a good, I didn't want to use the word playground, but it is a playground for, all the different spectrums. And
Well, it gives a lot of opportunity to do all sorts of different things.
Right.
And, it is a four-season destination anyway, and, to try to take advantage of some of that other stuff even is
you said
great.
it a lot better than I did.
That's what our goal is. We want to take the opportunities that everybody else has and allow these people with disabilities the same opportunities.
That's terrific.
Because why shouldn't they have them?
Right, exactly. Well, Elaine and Liz, thank you so much for coming down today.
Thank you.
And definitely check out abilityplus.org. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.
Hungry for seafood?